welcome to another episode of Your Worst Neighbors podcast. Here with PX Floro.
That's me.
And our production producer, Mr. Sam Schmitty.
Ooh. We have hella people in this building right now.
Hella people in the studio right now.
Yeah. With no guest.
No guest.
We're killing.
We're killing it. We're killing. Although our last guest, Nina G, she killed it, you know. So.
Oh, yeah. The professional pinball player.
Yeah.
And comic and author.
Yes.
She's so dope. I love her.
That's a big get for us.
Yeah. She's our biggest celebrity so far.
So far. I mean, no disrespect to Andrew DeLeon.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, she's like multi, you know, like she has all these different things. And I'm just like, God damn, that's dope. I get Woman Award. I need to give it to her.
Well, we had like a week break. Because
they don't know that.
We recorded. Well, we told them. We recorded two podcasts in one day because Sam Schmitty he had to go to Indiana
for a wedding. Oh yeah, and speaking of Sam Schmitty, he got a haircut. So you guys have seen him in the previous photos, maybe some reels.
So for people that don't know Sam Schmitty, he kind of looks like Jesus. he looks like white Jesus.
White Jesus.
Where he had long hair, long flowing hair.
And he had a beard.
He had a beard.
Hair,
yeah.
Like full on beard.
He looked like white Jesus on a bad day. That's what he really looked like.
Wait, so white Jesus, when he looks like that, it was a bad day? So we have statues of white Jesus all over the place.
I look like white Jesus' older brother who never left mom's basement.
Exactly.
So it isn't even Jesus. It's
but for the wedding, for the wedding to Indiana, he got a haircut and he looks like fuck. I already said, man, he looked like a greaser from The Outsiders. He's looking good.
Oh, gee.
Yeah.
I'm like blown away because I'm used to seeing Jesus Sam, and now this is like, greaser, whatever you want to call it.
I'm not gonna lie. I look like I'm in the kind of gang that when they run up on you, it's with snapping.
Yeah, you start singing a musical number.
Oh, wow. I'd love to see that. Do you sing, Sam?
He looks like a shark.
No comment.
Oh, he does.
Wait, the Jets were the Jets the
Sharks and the Jets.
Yeah, but who were the Puerto Ricans?
The Puerto Ricans were the Sharks.
So you look like a Jet.
Yeah, more so. Although I was a shark in the production, but
were you in musical theater?
I was. My whole school was. I went to a really small school.
I like how he said.
Whole school was bullshit,
Dude,
bro.
We all had a dope ass show. You're not going to believe this. Where I went to high school. I know it's okay. Where I went to high school, there was like an entire, not like semester, but it was like an entire month and a half block, basically dedicated to like a full school production. So either way, you had to be involved with something. You either like really in the production, like in the background of the production, or you were working on like stage stuff.
Yeah,
right.
And you decided to
I was
act and sing.
background of the production, so I was just kind of backup singing and just moving around like this.
I did not know that. Holy shit! You got pipes? Can you sing?
Oh God, no! It's too.
He said no comment.
I've done too much damage to my lungs at this point.
Really, I have too, but I love singing. I mean, I'm not saying I can sing, but I love singing. I love karaoke.
I never heard you sing before.
Really?
Yeah.
Not a lot of people. I don't think it's probably scary.
Can you give the audience a little note? A little.
It's a little bit funny. You guys know that song?
Yeah. Elton John.
Inside.
See?
We gotta dance. We gotta do a karaoke episode.
Dude, that would be fun. No, terrible
We're
idea.
just singing everything through the podcast.
Yeah.
What are you saying? Like
then my awful voice comes in.
Listen to mine, dude. I sound like a dude. Like, yeah, I sang that song at one of my cousin's Christmas gathering, and
You sang an Elton John song?
I sang that exact song. I said, it's a little bit funny, that part. And I was singing it with my cousin's husband. So my cousin-in-law, right? And then our backs are towards them. They're like taking shots or whatever, doing something fun. And then I sing that one line and they're like, oh my God, Dave, you sing so good.
They thought Dave was the one singing.
I told my coworkers that, and now my nickname is Dave at work because it happened while I was working at that company. So I'm like in a group chat and they call me. They're like, "Hey, Dave." Yeah. So yeah.
Well, PX, I'm gonna start calling you Dave.
Yeah, that's fine. Call me Dave. I feel like that. I'd be Dave
when I bring up on stage, right? Give it up for Dave.
I'm like, I'm in transition. All right. And
there you go.
People would buy it. It's like an Adam's.
So you went to Indiana for
a wedding.
A wedding, and you're pulling up the Elton John lyrics? Well,
we're gonna sing it later.
we will close out the episode singing Elton John.
Yes, please. That would make my day.
And then, how was Indiana? Have you been there before?
I never had been. No.
So,
what's Indiana near? What states?
It's in the middle.
Like,
it's in the Midwest.
Yeah,
Midwest. Is it a flyover state? No, people like Indiana.
I mean, Indianapolis is a sort of big city.
That's the capital of Indiana.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they have the Super Bowl quite often there because of the big ass stadium.
Yeah, I went and checked it out. It was cool.
Oh, you saw the stadium?
Yeah.
And
what team is over there?
The Indianapolis Colts.
Oh, Colts.
So
is that a bird?
So what the fuck?
Yo.
Oh, yo.
Something stupid.
Was
that stupid that I said that?
That's like the opposite.
Sports is not Dave's favorite.
Apparently not animals either, dude.
Wait, what is it? It's a horse?
Yeah,
it's a baby horse.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I hate you guys.
So basically, Schmitty, he's from Oregon. He's a coastal northwest coastal kid.
Northwest. Okay.
Northwest coastal kid. So
coastal feels like a stretch, but like definitely forest.
Yeah, but how was Indiana? Like
it was cool. I didn't mind it at all. I thought it was gonna be like.
Was it flat? Is a lot of flat?
Oh, dude, it was way flat.
Bro,
it was super.
There was no buildings, and
I was from where I was. Like I had a hotel, and it wasn't even like that. I'm like a 9th story. Wasn't even crazy.
Yeah,
but you could basically just see until the earth started curving over.
Right.
From there. Like I just had like there were tall buildings.
There are no flat earthers in Indiana.
Oh, well, hold on a minute. There definitely are, but that's just because they don't get that high off the ground ever.
That's right. Because my whole life, like being born in California, like I'm used to seeing mountains, right?
And water.
And water. But you take for granted the mountain, the mountains.
Real.
Until I remember when I was younger, I went to Minnesota and it was flat. Even Texas, it was flat because I went to East Texas. And I was just surprised, like, holy shit, like, how do people live without any real views of mountains? That's kind of, it tripped me out.
Any real view of what?
Mountains.
Oh, mountains, yeah. Yeah. And was there a lot of trees, though, and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's trees. Right?
There's Mother Nature.
But it just, something was off. It feels eerie. It feels eerie to me.
Mountains. It's like, where's the end of this?
Like it feels like a Twilight episode where you're probably like stuck in an alternative dimension.
Twilight Zone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that what I said?
No, you said Twilight.
And I was like, with Bella
Twilight
and Edward? No, but you didn't say Zone. So then when you said Twilight, I automatically
I thought you were trying to make out vampires.
It was so funny. Says Schmitty looks like a Twilight vampire. I was like, Edward!
And I'm
Schmitty's Edward. And I'm Bella Thorne.
It's the Twilight for Jorge's super disappointing OnlyFans.
But so Indiana was cool, huh? You went for a wedding.
Yeah, man.
Be honest. Do you think the wedding's gonna? Do you think the marriage is gonna last?
I think it will. And
of course it will.
I think it will. Well, I think it will.
Depending on the execution of a wedding, you can tell.
I don't know. Should you be saying this? Are they listening? They probably don't even give a fuck.
No, they don't get out. They're fucking not listening. But there's two reasons why I think it'll last. The first one being that it was outrageously Catholic, very Catholic, relatively progressive for being extremely Catholic, but very Catholic. And the second reason being the groom was crying. And whenever I feel like the groom,
it's not good.
I think
the groom is crying.
No, it's good for him. It's good for him because he's in love.
Yeah.
But once she sees him crying, she's like, nah.
No. It was emotional. It was sweet together. It was like a good thing. It was a good cry.
Did any of your husbands cry at the altar? Yeah,
not at the altar.
No.
Wait, one I think at the altar. But remember, I got married in Reno, Nevada, and then had a ceremony with my family and my ex-husband's family, my kid's dad, and I want to say he cried when Reno. I was walking. No, when we did the ceremony with us, not when we actually got married. Because in Reno, it was like me and my fucking parents, and it was like, ugh.
So he cried at the altar.
He cried.
Was that a turnoff?
No, like it was fine, whatever. But the one that actually cried the most.
My future bride is never going to see me cry at the wedding.
Oh, both of I've seen a lot of all my ex-husbands cry. I've seen a lot of men cry.
No, but at the wedding.
yeah, so my first ex-husband, maybe can't remember that far back. Second ex-husband, I do remember like the first like walking with his family. I think that was like an emotional thing for him. Maybe I don't know because I didn't ask. But my third one was straight up crying on the fucking altar. We're like we're saying our vows.
Yeah.
And we're just like repeat after me, and the lady was fucking hilarious though. Like that bitch should be doing fucking comedy, and he was crying. He was like, ugh. And I was like, and I started crying only because he was crying. Right. But like I usually don't cry, but I'm like empath sometimes. If I see someone cry, like it makes me want to cry.
Right.
So
okay, maybe not. Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe the guy started crying. Maybe it's a good thing.
It's not just
was it
about,
during the first
it's not
look?
just about no.
I was under the impression that women don't like
when
seeing their men
crying?
cry.
No, it's okay. I think it's sweet.
And it wasn't fucking bawling, right? But it was like that moment. Here's why it was so sweet, right? You turn around, you see like there's already like
the grooms and the.
Well, no, she's coming. Everyone's already set up on the fucking thing.
Hold
right?
on, are they Irish Catholic or are they Mexican Catholics?
Irish Catholic.
Okay.
Irish
Yeah.
Irish Catholic, right?
They're
super traditional.
They're definitely gonna last a while.
Yeah, dude. Well,
whether they like it or not.
Exactly. They'll go down with hatred, dude.
They might hate each other, but they won't divorce each other.
No, no,
and I'm Catholic, and I was like, fuck this 3 times.
Yeah. Well, I think Filipino Catholics, I don't know, they're a little different. Irish, there's something about them like...
They don't believe in it either, but they do it. They're like, fuck this. So wait, okay.
Sorry, go ahead, Shreddy.
No, it's fine. They were... everyone was up at the front, right?
Yeah.
All the folks were in line as they should have been. The bride came out with her father and like somebody else, I think, and they were like coming down the aisle, and there was like veil issues, like staying on. Exactly. Yeah. Like there was like bullshit like that was going on, right? And so me and probably a lot of other people looking over here like, oh snap, is it falling apart? What's going on here, right? And we all turn and look back at the groom, and he just looks like just so overwhelmed with happy, good feelings, and just like the little tiny cry, just like the whole thing.
Even though her veil was getting all fucked up.
Exactly. Like, he didn't see any of that. He just saw like the person he fell in love with, and I was like, oh, that's so actually cute and sweet.
That's sweet.
I know.
Kind of rom-com-ish,
Exactly. And then, we went on to sit and kneel and stand and up and down for the next 2 fucking hours.
Good old Catholic wedding.
Oh yeah. You know what? I'll give it up though. The MVP of the wedding for me was The Godfather, because when it's like the pick a verse thing where it's like say something from the Bible.
Yeah.
His was like a psalm. It was like 3 lines in and out.
Nice.
He was trying to be quick. He was the only one.
Do you remember it since it was only 3 words?
I think I don't remember.
He's like, I love you.
Exactly. No, it was like a 2-sentence max thing.
The good thing about Catholic Irish is that the stuff from the Bible is in English.
Yeah.
For Mexican Catholics, you have to say shit in Spanish, and it gets complicated. It's like, oh shit, I just mumble my way through it. Like, but talk about weddings. I once saved my cousin's. She might not know it. Nobody knows it but me. I saved her from her wedding dress catching on fire.
Is it on video?
Yeah, probably, maybe.
I want to see.
Because shout out to my cousin Lisa. She got married.
Congratulations, Lisa.
It was like years ago, though.
Oh, happy anniversary, Lisa.
Well, they're still together, so it's good, right?
Yeah.
But I remember, like, she had she was walking down the aisle, and they had on the aisle on the sides they had candles, like small candles. And I saw that her dress.
This is her walking up.
Yeah, this is her walking up to the altar, and one of her dresses, because she had to make a corner turn.
Yeah.
On the
it went on the candle.
Yeah, it went on the candle, and I went over and I fixed it for her, and I saved the whole wedding. So there you go.
Wait. Did it actually light on fire?
I could have been if I wasn't there.
I like how he was like, I went over there and just, moved the candle. Yeah. And she was able to not get caught on fire. Yeah, no, you're such a hero.
Yeah.
Oh,
if you need a hero in your wedding, hit me up.
Yeah.
I'm the guy.
Jorge Sanchez, wedding savior.
There you go. I may not save your marriage, but I'll save your wedding.
I'll save the wedding, but also leave seeds of doubt.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, definitely a lot of doubt.
It's a good band, doubt, no doubt. All right, but that's good, man. I'm happy you're back. Happy you made it back safe.
Yeah, no, it was, got back. It was a little hectic, but back, and yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
Did you do any comedy out there?
Yeah, actually, I was actually able to go to I believe a Thursday night mic.
Nice. How was it? How was the scene?
It was a cool scene. I liked it.
So where did you say you were from, Sam?
Oh yeah. Did he claim Oregon or did he claim California?
Claim
the
San
Bay
Jose,
Area.
the Bay Area.
I said I am from Oregon, but living out in the Bay Area.
Yeah. Okay.
You got a shout out. All right.
Oh yeah, no, I for sure gave it a shout out, but also anytime they were like, he's from California, I was like, no.
Like, let me clarify.
Exactly.
Did your girlfriend get to go see you? Because
No, she was doing wedding stuff. She was doing
she was part of
bridesmaid
the
stuff. Yeah.
Oh fuck!
So
Oh, she was a bridesmaid.
yeah.
Can
So
I
I
make-
just had time to kill.
Can I make a PSA real quick?
You were not a groom?
No, it's the girlfriend that was.
Groomsman. You were not
I
a
was a
groom.
plus one, dude.
He was the plus one.
God.
I was not the groom. No, Jorge.
That's weird.
Sorry, what's your PSA? Go
He's
ahead.
the groom.
Go ahead, VX. PSA? Public service announcement?
Yeah, this is a PSA. I love weddings.
This is a pizza.
Yeah, I love weddings. Okay, but I do not like being in them. So if any of my friends,
You
who listen to this-
ordain weddings, though.
no, I don't mind ordaining them. I don't mind officiating weddings. I don't mind emceeing weddings, but I don't want to be a bridesmaid. Definitely not a motherfucking bride. That's for sure. And then my friends do that, and I hope they're listening to this, and I hope that the next time they get married or whatever.
Not to include you in the bridesmaid plans.
Yeah, and anyone who likes to invite me to a wedding, I'll officiate, and I will MC the shit out of your wedding.
I was a groomsman. I was the best man of a friend, and I liked it. It's pretty fun.
You're a groomsman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I
No,
said, right?
I don't
Yeah.
like being bridesmaid. I don't like going to your fucking parties. I don't like doing your bachelorette shit. I'm saying it straight up. I don't like it. and I've only been to one bachelorette party, and it was my gay cousins, and I didn't even stay long enough to see what the after stuff was about. But
Couldn't even enjoy the strippers.
no, I can't enjoy strippers like that. And if I had to choose what kind of stripper, I would prefer to see women than men, because most of them are gay. The strippers that are guys.
And that's not appealing.
I mean, they're still sexy, but it's like I
Yeah.
wouldn't want to fuck him, and he doesn't want to fuck me. Like, you know what I mean? Because you're gay. Like,
But if you get the women strippers, they're also gay.
yeah. Well, some of them are not. They're more both. And I mean, maybe
Yeah.
if the guy's both, I'm down for it. I'll still watch a dude stripper.
So, hold
But to
on.
me,
So-
I have a preference to
so-
watch women.
so-
To me, women is more like
You're going to a stripper event.
a strip club or stripper event. Which one is it? A bachelorette or a bachelorette party?
If I go to a strip club, I don't go there to expect to get laid.
No, you don't. But what I do expect to see is something that I'm attracted to.
Gotcha.
And I mean, like, yeah, a guy could be attracted, but I'm like, there's a 50% chance that guy's gay.
Yeah.
And I don't have anything wrong with that.
To be totally fair, in my experience, exactly 50% of the strippers I've ever known were gay.
Yeah.
Male and female.
Yeah, just across the board.
Yeah, yeah, it
Exactly
is. That's why.
50%.
But then with women, I'm like, oh, these are like, I want to touch their boobs. Like, I want their boobs
Well,
to be
that's
on my
something to be
face.
said. Actually,
Like,
a lot of women do enjoy women strippers.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
for real. And like, nothing to bash on the dudes. Sorry, like, yeah, you guys are all hot. I've seen Magic Mike. I'd rather watch Magic Mike than pay to fucking watch a dude
Yeah.
with 100 women.
Well, yeah, because Channing Tatum wants to do that with you, not with Matthew McConaughey.
Well, you do know that
I would
Channing
do it
Tatum is
with-
gay, right?
He is?
Yeah. Him and
When?
McConaughey. The whole cast.
No, I know Matthew Boomer is gay. It's stupid. You're gay.
Hey, it's my month. I'll take it.
No, is it Matthew Boomer, Michael
Yeah.
Boomer? He's gay,
I don't
and
know.
he's in the Magic Mike cast. And
That's
I was
great.
like, he's gay. He was my favorite one. And then I'm like, oh, but he's so sexy.
Is this the whole? Remember NSYNC? Remember when Lance Bass came out of the closet for NSYNC?
Oh yeah, he was my favorite too.
Yeah.
Oh no,
I think you have a thing for gay
maybe I
men.
have special
Which is
powers.
good.
Maybe she would
I
join
like
strippers.
it. I
Yeah.
I mean, if they wanted to do me, cool. But I just prefer
Yeah.
women strippers.
You know,
and
they're
so
also bi men that will do you regardless. So
I'm about it.
yeah.
I'm all, let's go. But yeah, so like for bachelorette, like my first bachelorette party was my cousin's who was gay, and I got too fucked up where I had to go home. Like,
Oh, you drank.
I drank and I
Yeah.
don't drink, and I drank, and so I was like, I can't stay here. I'm not gonna be like, I don't want to be passed out the whole fucking time. I'd rather just go home and be passed out at home. Yeah, it was horrifying. Yeah.
Well, for me, my experience as a groomsman was pretty fun. I'm down for
Did
it.
you go to the strip club?
We did not. Yeah.
What'd you guys do for fun?
We go in go-karting. We did a variety of things. We
So
ate
stuff you guys did in
food.
like junior high.
Hey, I see no problem with it. That's still a fun night for me. Bro, like, dude, if I'm getting married,
It's cute.
like for me, I don't think I want to do a stripper bachelor party.
That's like old now. Like people don't do that anymore.
Because like
it's
I can
gross
do that
and
every
COVID happens.
weekend, whether I'm married or not. I can just go to any strip club I want. But if I'm gonna spend, if all my homies together at once before I get married, we can go have fun. We can do hella shit.
I've heard of the last,
Yeah.
you know, like the last, like I've heard of homies paying for girls, you know, they go to strip club and they actually get them a girl for like one last random, you know.
You could do that before.
I know, but they're not. That's the thing, they're not
I'm not
doing
advocating for cheating. But you can, I'm not advocating. But why are you gonna pay a chick to fuck your boy?
Because it's the last random bitch she'll ever fuck after he's married. Because when you're married, it's for better, for worse, for richer, for poor. You're fucking that one bitch for the rest of your life.
But let me ask you this: is it okay is that acceptable for women to have a guy right before he gets married get laid one last time?
I mean,
who's
to
not
me-
his fiance.
To me, I give both whatever party they can do whatever the fuck they want because they do not have that motherfucking ring on their finger at that moment. And if it's like if they're like you know need to get it out of their system one last time, let them fucking do it. Like
wow,
you know,
okay.
that's my feedback.
I'm pleasantly surprised. Okay,
Really?
Yeah.
Why? What did you think I was gonna say?
Well, I figure it's pretty common that women will not a guy to cheat on them the day before they get married.
I mean, I would give them a pass.
Yeah.
Like to me, I've been married 3 motherfucking times. Like to me, you do whatever you need to fucking do because when we get married, it's for better, for worse. As long as we're fucking married, like I'll be fucking loyal to you. Like I'm a loyal ass bitch. So
on top of that, I wouldn't trust my friends to pick a woman for me. Cause come on, us guys, we'll fuck with each other. We'll probably get like one of the worst looking strippers.
that's fucked up. They're like, it's a surprise.
Hey, you know what? Fuck it. I'll still do her. I'll still fucking do it.
So you would do her
Yeah,
before
of
you
course.
did. Okay.
No. I mean, if it's presented in front of me, why not? Whatever. But ideally, I wanted to spend it, just doing fun shit, doing fun activities. So that's my take, though.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm being corny.
I'm not saying I would do that. I'm not saying I'm like going on a fucking spree or like, oh, one last ride. Like I'm not doing that. But I'm just saying I understand why people would do it because they're going to be committed to this one person the rest of their life. So.
Well, I don't even understand that.
What do you mean be committed to one person for the rest of your life?
Ugh.
You know what? It took me 3 times to realize that. I think that's pretty fucking sad.
No, I'm just kidding. Of course. It's
I'm
great.
not.
It's great to be committed if you can. Like for
I'm
me,
committed. I was committed all times.
The way I feel about it, I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, Schmitty, you want to say something?
No, I just need to clip. I just need to
I
clip
just realized
PX saying I've been committed 3 times.
I have. I was,
Her PSA was that don't invite her to be part of your
long way
bridesmaids.
around.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
duly
I love
noted.
officiating. And well, all the people I've married are
will
still
you
married.
be my groomsman? Will you be one of my groomsmen?
Yeah, I would be a groomsman.
Okay.
I feel like that would be fun. But bridesmaid shit, like, oh, let's go look for the dress. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I mean, I know this is like I just don't want to spend my time doing that. Is that fucked up? That sounds fucked up, huh?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
What's nothing wrong with that?
Feels honest.
And I told it to some of my homegirls, like when we're friends and we're like going out and they're like, if I ever get married again, I'm like, if you ever get married again, just do me a favor and like, don't make me a bridesmaid. Like I say it like straight off the bat. And you know what they do? They fucking make me a bridesmaid. And then they even say, and I tell them when they're asking me, like, it is an honor to be in your wedding, but I'm letting you know right now, it's hard for me to commit to like, doing all this shopping bullshit and all this preparing for the wedding shit. And they're like, yeah, then we're not going to make you do that. And then they made me do it. And of course I had to do it.
Have you ever been a maiden of honor?
Have I ever? No, I've never been a maid of honor.
You might like it. You should try it.
Hell, motherfucker, no. I don't even want. That's the main bitch fucking doing shit for.
Yeah, a lot more responsibilities.
No. I'll MC, I'll officiate, but no, can't do that.
Gotcha.
Don't do that to me, guys. Anybody invite us to weddings, though. I love weddings because I love the food. I love meeting people.
You like attending weddings.
I love attending weddings.
Wow.
Should people just start inviting this podcast to their wedding?
They totally
just have us do an episode from their reception.
100%. Yeah,
Just
we get to
fucking
interview the
roast
bride and the groom.
the bride and the groom. Just roast them.
We're like, you invited your worst neighbors to your wedding, so I mean, this is a really special moment. Like, because who does that? They would want to have us there.
They won't strip for them. Okay, all right.
Where's the bomb, man?
No, come on. Oh, there's no bomb. All right, good. See, it was pretty good.
Nice try, Sam.
You know, it was pretty bad. Go ahead, try it. No, he pressed the button and still didn't work. Because you got to bring up the volume. Oh, it's up?
It is up.
It was muted.
Wrong.
Okay, he's going to try again. Go ahead.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, go ahead. There we go.
Is that glass breaking too?
Yeah.
I think it's a pin pull. I don't know.
A pin pull. I thought it was glass breaking. That would make sense. The pin pull. Yeah.
Could also be like a window breaking and going
and
into
then throwing
a thing.
into a thing. Yeah. My imagination wouldn't hurt glass. So
I want to move forward to the next subject, if that's okay with you.
No.
Okay. I guess not. We'll stick with this. All right. So bridesmaid, groomsmen. No, I mean it's a little sad. What's that? Go ahead. Sorry.
Before we bring the energy down.
Yeah. Before we bring the energy down.
Remember when we had Nina G on the podcast and we were talking about the what was it? The JFK and the Richard Nixon debate, and they said that the people who watched it thought that JFK won, but the people who listened to it thought that
Richard Nixon won. Yeah.
Richard Nixon won.
Tricky dick.
And I did a show. I guess I don't want to say their names because I don't know if they care, but I just prefer not to. But anyways, I did a show. Leslie Lang was the one that closed it out, and the comic that went up, they were the only male comic. Was one, right?
Was this the show at the Cats?
Yeah, this was the show at the Cats. They were the only male comic at one. And then I'm watching and I'm listening, obviously. Oh, okay. We'll say his name. It'd be fucking hilarious. It was Jacob Blazer. It was the only male comic. And this is funny because I just didn't want to say his name because it was just, I don't know. It's kind of like his business, but this is part of the comedy scene. I happen to witness it, and this is a good learning experience. So I'm watching him.
He shot JFK? Where's this leading up to? What's happening?
I wanted to say it real quick and then just ask you questions, so now stop being quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, he goes up and he's like, "What up, Gilroy?"
Oh, he called Los Gatos Gilroy.
And then I was like,
wow.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh, like the audience. And that was the first thing he said, lost the audience. And he recovered, though, because he was like, what, you guys can't take a joke? And then they laughed, right? But I knew, as a comic, watching another comedian, he made a fucking mistake. So then I took some pictures, ran into the back. I was like, Leslie, did you hear that? And she was like, yeah. He said, what up, Gilroy? And then she's like, I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, he didn't mean to do that. She's like, yeah, he did. And I was like, no, he didn't. I saw him.
She heard it, but she didn't see it.
She didn't see it.
Oh,
exactly. Okay. And because I saw it I heard it.
Did you ask Jacob about it?
I didn't say anything.
Maybe he did do it on purpose.
I didn't say anything. So whatever, I go back to my hosting shit. Mind you, I'm the one, the owners, shout out to Raph, the Cats. Part of the owners brought me up on the stage, and then he's a Filipino guy. Like, he works, they do the cooking or something like that. I don't know what exactly he does, but he's Filipino, and he brought me up, and then I hosted the rest of the show. Now, I brought up Jacob Blazer. He's like already like the third comic of the show, but before I bring him up, he's like, hey, are you and the guy switching off, bringing up the comics? Mm-hmm. And I was like, no. He's like, oh, because I thought I heard him go up. And I was like, no, it's just been me the whole time. He's like, oh,
are you Dave?
Yeah, Dave came out. Apparently,
Dave came out.
Don't say came. Yeah,
yeah.
And I was like, that was me. He's like, oh, I hope you're not offended by that. And I'm like, no. And then he went up and said, what up, Gilroy? And I was like, ooh. So, anyways, later on, show goes on, and then I bring up Tina, which is a comic from Tina San Lucas. She's a comic from Sacramento. And I go back to Leslie, and I guess Jacob's outside smoking a stoke. And she's like, you were right. Or no, maybe it was him who said it. He's like, oh, Leslie told me. Oh, yeah, Leslie told him. Oh, yeah, PX said that you made a mistake on the city. He's like, I did. Oh. And I was like, I fucking knew it. And I didn't know yet, right? Yeah. I didn't know yet until I saw Leslie later on. And Leslie told me, she's like, oh, yeah, you were right. And I was like, I knew it. I fucking knew it. But it was just interesting to see. But it was even better to see him recover. Because I've seen comics do something similar. Like, I saw Key and Peele. do it at the shoreline. Key and Peele.
Yeah. You say Kane and Peele?
Key and Peele.
Yeah. Key and Peele.
Key and Peele. I think, were you there at Shoreline?
No.
Did you ever go to the Shoreline and watch Joe Coy? Okay. So like there was a bunch of comics.
Why do you think it was me? Who did you confuse? There was a bunch
of, well, I don't know, because I remember bumping into some comics there. And so but I was there with Melanie Vega, and we went and watched Key and Peele, and they made a mistake. I think it was either the teams in the city, and they lost the fucking audience, and they were bombing for like 15 minutes up there.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are they doing? And they couldn't recover. So to see like a comic recover after just giving like a shout out to the wrong city was like, it was funny. Yeah, that's interesting. Sorry, I just had to say that because it was fucking hilarious.
No, it is interesting because like,
they're like, why didn't you want to say the comic's name? I was like, I don't know.
Especially when we do shows on the road, especially when you hit up other towns and you just don't, you get the name wrong. It does go a long way to put you in a hole.
Yeah, no, it does.
Surprisingly.
And you remember that. Like, you remember that. And so, yeah, it was interesting to see, and it was funny. And it automatically triggered that memory of us having that conversation with Nina G and talking about that debate, how seeing and just listening are two completely different perspectives. And I want to observe that more because it can make or break you. You know what I mean? Like, okay, how can I get the attention of both audience? Just listening, just, seeing and listening instead of not being likable.
Especially if there's like a rivalry and you mentioned the other rivalry town. Like if you go to San Francisco saying, what's up, Oakland? Like, what the fuck? Or if you go to Oakland saying, what's up, San Francisco?
Oh yeah, no, that wouldn't be nice. That sounds like that you'd get killed or bipped.
But maybe. I don't know if I killed.
But bipped for sure. Well, remember that guy who got killed? Oh no, that wasn't. I forget what city that was in.
Who got killed?
That famous guy, the crypto guy, or what is he? I forget what he was. He wasn't famous, but he was rich.
Yeah, but I don't think I killed because he said the wrong name of the town.
No, you're right. He didn't. But he still got murdered.
The show at the Cat, it's a new show by Leslie, right?
It's a new show.
And you said it's weekly?
It's going to be first Thursdays of every month. It's going to be the showcase. Mm-hmm. And you have to get your tickets online because that shit sells out fast. Yeah. And then every weekly
surprisingly,
Thursday, Mike.
They have good crowds, surprisingly.
Oh, yeah, because some people, Los Gatos people, they don't want to fucking go anywhere else. They're just like, we'll just go drive up the fucking next exit.
If they could keep it in the family, they would.
Right. And the tickets are cheap and shit. It's local.
How much are tickets?
Tickets were $20.
What the fuck? For a local comedy, $20. You know what?
It was Leslie's show. It was Leslie's show, and Leslie brought that was Leslie's people.
But it is Los Gatos. They could afford it.
It's Los Gatos, yeah. And then there was also Remy K, Sarah Nicole, Jacob Blazer, Tina San Lucas, and then Leslie, and I hosted. So it was good. It was really good. I loved it. I mean, like, I would rather have like a small room like that, like, because it was like maybe like 40 people. It wasn't like that small, but then standing room too. Some people had to stand.
Oh wow, that's good.
It was really good, yeah. And I can't wait to do it again. So I highly recommend people checking that place out. The Cats. Try not to miss the exit, because if you do, you have to fucking. Oh, and then they close the fucking freeway. They close like the next 3 exits. Yeah. So you're pretty much in Santa Cruz by the time you have to fucking turn around. Not really, but yeah, it was good. Sorry. Let's get sad now.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
No, it's good to hear. Have you ever gone to a show and forgot the town?
No. I'm pretty good with names, so that's the thing with me.
I'm pretty bad with names.
I'm pretty good with names, so I love saying people's names and their first and last names and what they go by. And I mean, I might not remember it if I don't see them, often. But yeah, I'm pretty good with names.
I think one time I did a show in Merced, and I accidentally called him Modesto. Yeah.
And did you get a boo?
Yeah, not a boo, but I got a little awkward silence.
Oh no!
Yeah,
and did someone yell out?
No, nobody yelled out.
So you didn't know the whole time you were in the wrong city?
I knew. You just gotta acknowledge it. You gotta acknowledge. Then you just go forward. And
how'd you do? How was the rest of your set?
I'm sure it was fine.
Oh, okay. You're sure? You are sure it was fine? That means you bombed.
No, if I bomb, I'll let you know.
Oh, okay.
I have no problem telling you when I bomb.
You didn't kill or anything.
It was one of Felicia Alemán's. Remember Felicia?
Yeah. Alemán.
One of her shows.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, I hate bombing, but It's definitely.
You said you bombed at Hollister.
I know. I said I hate it, and I bombed, and it was sad, and I wanted to cry, and I wanted Birdman to drive our car off a cliff. But,
where in Hollister was the show?
This was at the Grillin' and Chillin' Ale House. Really good food. Oh my gosh.
Brewery.
Highly recommend it. It was KSCO. Shout out to KSCO, the radio people. They decided to do stand up. I guess they were hyping it up this whole time. And they thought I was from Hollister, so I had no idea that they were talking about this shit on the radio. And apparently they were saying my name wrong on the radio.
Sean McKenzie's from Hollister. Yeah. McKenzie.
I don't know if he heard me. I don't know, but I didn't. Yeah. But it was sad. I wanted to cry after, and I had friends that came out and they were like, "No, you did fine," and I was like,
"Oh, it's the worst." Well, you know you did awful, but they're like, "You did fine."
I know I did. It was so bad, and and I was just really, and everyone's like, "Well, I'm sure it wasn't that bad." I mean, I got last, but it was like compared to other comics. I hate to compare myself, but like I feel like that's what the audience should leave with. You know, for a good successful show, like headliners should be. Everyone's like, oh, I had a great time. Everyone was great. Mm-hmm. But it was like, it was, they just didn't, I don't know. And I felt like I bombed. But what I did notice and what I did learn, what my favorite part of going to do the show was learning that next time when I have like great energy, playing with the audience, doing crowd work with a group of people, I should stick to that and let it ride as long as I can. Because there was these four group of men to the right of me, and they were so far from the show. Yeah. And I just started like tagging them, and I was just like, "Are you guys single?" And the crowd was just eating it up. They're like, "Yeah," and they were laughing. And every time I played with them, and then once I went into my jokes, they're like, it
happens. Yeah.
I wanted to cry. I wanted to.
It makes you feel better. Last time I bombed at Foxtail, so.
Oh, you told me that. I don't believe you.
Oh, yeah.
I don't believe you because every time you've been there, you did so well.
Yeah, not this time.
Did you get cocky or something? What happened?
You know what it was?
I wasn't there. That's what it was.
And this proves that gentrification is a real thing in San Jose.
Oh, it's going down like that?
Because, I have a bit about the San Jose bike parties, and people are like, what is that? And I'm like, nobody there know what's a San Jose bike party? And they're like, no. I'm like... And I kind of went at them a little bit about that.
So you scolded the audience.
A little bit.
What did you say?
I thought I was being playful, but I guess they might have taken it a little too seriously.
Maybe just one person, and maybe if you attack just one person, like you don't know what it is, like what? But you attack the whole audience at once.
No, I went to like every one of them because it's a small flip of my.
You actually asked. Like,
did you?
They don't know. I've never been to a bike party.
You do the name thing. I do the bike party thing. Have you gone to the bike party? Bike party.
Do you have a joke about the bike party?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay. And then so that bombed.
Yeah, I did.
No, I feel for you, man. My heart goes out to you.
And then, no, it was just open mic, but yeah.
Yeah, I know this was a showcase, and I was closing the comedic
especially as a headliner. I just got to suck.
I was the comedic part of it, but there was a band that went on after me. So
then you're good.
Yeah,
it sounded like the show ended on you.
No, it really didn't, but it was still depressing.
Yeah,
I felt like a loser.
I'm like, this is what Schmitty feels like every time he performs. I'm just kidding, shit.
And so I tried to redeem myself.
JK, he's gonna fucking kill me.
He's gonna fucking kill it tomorrow. I mean tonight.
Tonight. Oh yeah, you're hosting tonight.
He's hosting the Foxtail. Yeah, aren't you excited? Are you excited?
Yeah, no, it'll be fun.
Have you listened before?
Is it the showcase today?
It's a showcase. I like it that way. We do the hour open mic and then the hour showcase.
Let me drop in on Guesty.
I told you do it.
I'm gonna try the bike party bit again.
Do it. Do it. Yeah, no, please come.
I also lost it because it was the Fanime weekend. Oh, and they were playing anime because you said talk about anime. About it. And I was like, why? Like, I was like, how come they don't show hentai up there? And they got
I thought that was fucking hilarious.
Well, I wish you would have there because nobody thought it was funny.
Well, you know what? I'm there half the time, okay? Because I got.
You know why I bombed? Here's why I bombed.
Nafanelli.
Here's why I know exactly why I bombed.
Okay, why?
Because Wendy and Felipe were not there.
I feel like I do, yeah.
It's like better.
Mom and dad.
Yeah, when they're there, I feel comfortable.
Yeah.
When they're not there, I'm like, who are these new people? Working the cashier. I'm just kidding.
Which is Claudia.
Their success is starting to bother me too.
You know what's funny? It's Claudia and Jorge.
What?
The other guy's name is Jorge.
Who?
At Foxtail, yeah, the other people that were there. His name is Jorge. Yeah, so I think you should have said, yeah, he probably hates you now.
Why?
Because your name is Jorge.
No, Jorge's. We love each other.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then
when we see a Jorge in the wild, like
should give a shout out.
the struggle.
Yeah.
We know the struggle.
Yeah. Jorge. Yeah.
You know what's so funny? I get nervous telling people my name. I get nervous telling white women my name because I feel like they're gonna hear the whore part first.
Wouldn't that be a good thing?
No, for some reason this is
because you're not a whore.
No, this is a relatively new thing. Where usually my name's Jorge, whatever.
Yeah.
But when it comes to white women, I don't know what it is. Maybe the Karen vibes. I'm like, I don't want her to think like.
Do you ever say George? Do you ever just say my name's George?
Rarely.
Oh, so you do say it. You have said it.
Rarely. If I feel like they're gonna butcher. Like if I was in Indiana,
where do you
probably.
say it? Oh, you would say George.
Yeah, if I was in Indiana.
That's funny. Okay.
So I don't know. All right.
Okay, now we can be sad.
Yeah, then we can be sad because
energy
we'll make it brief. But I just want to give somebody their flowers, and that is a comedian has passed away in our community. I believe he had an illness. I'm not too sure if it was cancer, but natural causes. And so I just want to give a shout out to Buck Evans and his fam.
Yeah,
and he was a good guy. Buck, have you met Buck Evans, Schmidt? I feel like he
kind of like started popping off like right before COVID. Started doing stuff, and he started producing, and then I think COVID hit. Then he started doing a lot more stuff online. And I love Buck. He would come into the pizza factory all the time, with his wife, the redhead. And so when he would tip in the tip jar, he would
leave nugs.
Yeah, he would leave weeds. So this nugs, this weeds for him. Yeah. I'm gonna hit this bowl for him.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? Why are you laughing? Cue this up. What time is this clocked in? It's gonna be a clip.
All right, PX is gonna smoke up for Buck Evans.
I think we all should.
If he was here, he would laugh.
Yeah,
if he was here, he would have laughed.
He is here.
Yeah.
He's here. If he could be anywhere, he'd be like, I gotta pop in right here. They're about to talk about me.
Oh, PX, I love you. That's funny. That's funny as fuck. But seriously, he was very supportive of the local, comedy shows. Or I think he just loved live entertainment in general.
Yeah.
And he kind of, he had his own get up about it. He had like a leather jacket and a black hat.
And then on the video, he would wear his Lucha Libre.
Yeah. He would run like a radio, like an internet radio thing from his basement in his house. But he would
wear the mask.
Yeah, he would wear a mask. And
luchador, what do you call that? What do you call that mask?
Yeah, a luchador.
Yeah. Luchador, yeah. And
he would always try to sit up front, on the show. And he was just a very supportive guy. And I'm just giving a shout out. I heard he passed away about maybe a month ago, maybe a bit more, but I'm seeing comics post about it now, which I'm like, oh, so you guys weren't really homies like I knew him. but it's like, it was sad. It's sad.
No, all right.
Last time I saw him,
giving him the last light.
Yeah, last time I saw him,
he can run the light.
Oh my god. Yeah, last time I saw him, as always, he was in good spirits. I think he came to the Blue Lagoon. Yeah, he came out with the Blue Lagoon to support.
Yeah, last time I seen him was Pizza Factory, and then he started that new room or that new studio or like the Comedy Collective.
Oh yeah, he did start that. Yeah.
And I think it was still going.
In Sunnyvale?
I don't know where it was, but I remember him producing it, and that makes me sad. And on also another comedian also letting him run the light. David Liu passed away from cancer, I believe.
He's letting him. He ran the light?
No, we're telling all these comics who are passing away they can run the light. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's new.
Yeah, it is new.
So weird. I don't know, but yeah, sure.
They're getting the last light, and then they can run the light as much as they're ready.
I feel like we're just destroying their memories.
How are we destroying it? I'm making new memories, nice memories. Okay.
Yeah.
Sentimental.
Yeah.
Like run the light, man.
Yeah,
and then obviously it's the last light.
We should make a tradition here at Your Worst Neighbors podcast. When a comedian passes away, we should do here's a light for you.
Yeah, you haven't heard of that?
No. What? Is that an actual thing when comedians pass away?
There's a comedian, I think, that passed away. And then I guess another comedian was saying like when they're talking, like the eulogy or whatever, they're saying or whatever, they do the memorial thing.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm here to give them their last light. And it's like,
I don't like that. What the?
I like it. You can go suck a dick, Jorge.
Maybe.
You know what? Because you don't like it. Because you don't like that.
It's so corny. I don't know.
It's like your comic, and you know what? Because you don't like it, I'm gonna fucking do it.
If you do it at my funeral,
I'm here to give Jorge his last
I will
light.
come back from hell and be like, PX,
please do.
what the fuck?
I dare you. I fucking dare you. I'm telling all my friends that when you die,
my
please
zombie
come back.
ass will be like.
Yeah. And if I die, I'm gonna come and fucking haunt you.
What's this hack shit? What the
Just
fuck?
know that I'm gonna die before you, Jorge. I'm older, so I'm fucking. You think you're gonna fucking haunt me?
when you pass away, I'm going to be at the podium and be like,
yeah,
I told her not to run the light. She didn't run the light.
I said last light, okay? Last
Gotta
light.
send a message.
Last light. I ran the light so I can die. Okay, that's what I did.
Because you ran out of life.
Yeah, and that's why I'm dead.
I don't like that. That's a bad joke. All right, you should probably give me the bomb on that one. Yeah. Anyway,
I like how he has to pull the pin.
Yeah. On a serious note, Buck Evans, it's a loss to the comedy community here in the Bay Area, South Bay especially, and shout out to the other one you mentioned, David Liu.
Yeah, and their family, their loved ones. I can only imagine.
Yeah, so shout out to them.
Cancer sucks. Fuck cancer.
All right, what's our time?
We are at 45 minutes.
Oh, perfect. So let's go on with our segment.
Yay.
So should we do plugs in a segment, or should we do a segment or plugs and then plugs?
Let's do plugs, then hit a segment.
Yeah. Let's reset the energy, get our plugs out of the way, then we'll do our segment. All right, go ahead, PX.
Okay. pxcomedy.org. You can find me at pxcomedy.org. Ooh, I like this music. Okay. And now we have Thursdays filled up. Every Thursday there is open mic at Comedy at the Cats, and then first Thursdays there is the monthly showcase. First Fridays I still have Casa Guzmania, Comedians Empanadas, which thank you Jorge so much for hosting the last one. And then every Sunday open mic at Foxtail. First Sundays we have the showcase. This probably not going to be released by that time, but we do have Sam Schmitty hosting this showcase coming up.
Cool. All right, folks. Follow me at Jorge M. Sanchez at Jorge M. Sanchez at Instagram. Also on Twitter at JMS South Bay Boy. And and then a couple shout outs to listeners who I promised I was going to shut them out. I always forget. Shout out to Caroline Hawkins. Santa Cruz homie.
Yeah,
comedian.
Joe Mama too. Joe Mama, shout out to Joe Mama since you're doing that.
Yeah, I never met Joe Mama, but yeah, shout out to her.
Oh,
yeah,
you never met her.
And then my cousin Christina. Shout out to my cousin.
Shout out to Christina. Shout out to Caroline. I love Caroline.
And who are listeners of this podcast, and we appreciate y'all supporting us.
We want to know that you're listening, so let us know.
Yeah, send us like a comment or something.
Yeah, send us a comment.
All right,
our shit.
So I'm
follow us
every Sunday night. Come out to Random Lounge. We have a great shows every Sunday. Our last show was on Memorial Day weekend. It was packed out. We also had standing room. It's a lot of fun. So coming out every Sunday, 8:00 at Random Lounge in San Jose, California. In my opinion, you heard all the rumors about that room, and it's true. It could be chaos, but it could be a lot of fun too. All right, and then also I'm hosting the Film Society film screening event they have on July 28th. But if you're a filmmaker, you can submit your film to them on July 9th. That's the deadline for submissions for if you're a local filmmaker. Submit your short film, and then you'll come out on the 20th, and I'll host it. Follow this podcast on Twitter, Instagram, and you can send us an email at yourworstneighborspodcast@gmail.com. And don't forget to subscribe if you have not already on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, and Amazon Music. Alrighty, Schmidt, you got anything?
Follow Sam Schmidt Comedy on Instagram. Check out I Should Be Ashamed episodes Tuesdays and Fridays.
Sounds good.
You have two. You're Ashamed is on Tuesdays and Fridays?
Yep.
Look at that. We need to listen to this podcast because I know he has to talk shit. Come on, clip us. We want to hear your reels.
All right. So in this segment, since Schmitty went to Indiana, I figured we'll see if there's anything to talk about interesting about the state of Indiana.
Which I thought was interesting. You brought it up before. I mean, after he came back from Indiana. Yeah. Can we next time scare him and do it before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Scare him to not leave us again?
Yeah.
Tell him, emotionally manipulate
where are you
him.
going again, Sam? Okay, perfect. Yeah. We're going to look up this topic right here.
All right. So here we brought up a list of 10 terrible serial killers from the state of Indiana. if correct me if I'm wrong, isn't Washington the one state that produces a lot more serial killers than other states?
They're pretty proficient.
Really?
Yeah, in Washington State.
Why?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's
Is it the drugs?
It's the same thing as grunge music. There's not a lot going on. It's rainy, kind of in a bad mood all the time.
Yeah, because isn't it raining there a lot in Seattle specifically? Like it's like don't they rain like more than half the year or something?
Yep, and they're sleepless too.
They say that's depressing.
No, come on!
It didn't even work.
Come on, it didn't even work. It was a pretty good
fucking no.
joke.
You still need to make sure that bomb because some people might not have even seen that movie, Jorge. and you're giving a shout out.
All right,
Which
here
I
we
love
go.
that movie, by the way. I
You're
love that
lucky
movie.
I'm a terrible producer.
We got intern Schmitty today. All right, so
Schmitty.
here we got a list of 10 terrible serial killers from the state of Indiana. Who's the first one here? So Herb Baumeister. Herb Baumeister buried his victims in his backyard in 1996.
Sloppy.
Wow. 18-acre estate. Yeah, he has the room.
Ooh, yeah, he has a room for.
Wait, what did he do?
Bury people.
He would number of young men from Indiana and were found on the. So why was he doing this?
Well-
And then he committed suicide.
Wait, hold on. So he killed 11 men, but he did not kill his wife. So at least he was a committed married man.
How did they even know it was him? You
Wait,
know what I mean?
wait a minute. But police did one of the couple's children. Oh, he killed his own kids too.
Wait, he killed his whole family? Okay.
Wait, looks.
What's going on?
Is that what happened?
Okay, for the listeners, we're reading an article pulled out of the 10
Oh, I
most-
see. Go up a bit. Go
And
up a bit.
so no, we're reading this right now.
Yeah, there.
So
Scroll up.
we have
There we
no
go.
idea.
Oh, so pretty much.
Okay, here we go.
He was accused of murdering at least 11 young men whom he met while visiting gay clubs in Indianapolis. And
Because he killed himself, he was never formally charged.
yeah, and looks like at the bar they say that he engaged in erotic how'd you say that word, PX?
Where?
Erotic
asphyxiation.
asphyxiation.
Yeah, asphyxiation.
Asphyxiation.
Asphyxiation. Just spell it AFIX.
Choke jerk.
An erotic
So this guy likes
asphyxiation.
jerking off, getting
But
choked
I don't
out.
understand. His wife denied knowing her husband frequented gay clubs or harmed any of his victims. But how did they find? But police learned one of the couple's children discovered a skeleton on the grounds. How many years later? The property years before.
So okay, so he killed gay men and buried them in the backyard.
And they found out after he died
Yeah,
that it was buried.
yeah.
She knew.
She must have known.
That's
can you
why he
not
killed
know?
himself. She found out it was a whole thing.
Yeah.
He killed himself. It's a
Yeah.
whole, for sure she knew.
All right.
Oh wow! I wonder if she still got all the money.
I'm sure.
Well,
I'm sure that's why
it says
she
here.
said she didn't know.
It's a $1 million house. So yeah.
But he committed suicide in Canada. Is that where he's originally from? Because what he went like to a
Won't they
different
help
country.
you with it up there?
I don't know. Oh, is that what it is?
I don't know. Will they?
I thought there was a state that helps you with that.
Oregon will do it. A few others will.
Yeah, right. I'm so
assisted
down.
suicide.
Yeah, I'm so down. I'm so down.
All right.
I mean, they're down, right? This whole state's down. So
All right. Next one. So this guy, 11 gay men, in his backyard. Belle Gunness killed
Can I see
suitors
what she
for
looks like?
insurance payout. Now we're talking. So this is more of
Here
a
we go.
business move.
can
So-
we see what she looks like? Is there a picture?
And
of
there's
her? I just want to see.
what the fuck?
Whoa, that's creepy.
Which one is she? What is this?
Okay, so
An Eric page just popped
so Sam,
up.
yeah, Sam shows us the picture of this creepy. It looks like Winchester Mystery House family, right? You know, Mrs. Winchester, and she had one child, but
Is your
there's a bunch
computer
of kids.
okay, Schmitty? I think his computer took a
It
crap.
got possessed. What happened?
Bro,
Oh
that's
my
creepy. His,
God.
his computer just fucking froze.
Once you put your computer on that picture,
Yeah.
it's just like, okay, can we just open it like normal, just so we can see?
Is everything okay? I'm serious. Yeah,
Are we
everything
still
okay?
recording?
Yeah, we're recording.
Did the ghosts fuck up our
It's all good.
memory? Okay.
Literally all good.
We should do a seance here.
No.
We should invite a ghost to your
Fuck
studio.
no. How about we do
Do
it
you
at your
believe in
house?
ghosts?
Yes, I believe in
Oh,
ghosts.
really?
I'm afraid of no ghosts. I'm just kidding. I'm afraid of ghosts. But I will. I've never seen a ghost in my life, and I.
What if you become a ghost?
Then that mean I'd be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down with that too. I would love to fucking hunt everybody. I fucking know.
So, what's the point of committing suicide? You're just gonna be back, but it's a ghost.
Oh, you think I would? No, I don't think I would be in hell if I committed suicide. What are you talking about? I'm not coming back as a ghost. I have no unfinished business. I'm going to hell.
You have unfinished business.
Yeah, but no, like supposedly in the Catholic, I don't know, Sam, are you Catholic? I don't know, you're Catholic, right?
What if you're
supposed to go to hell if you commit suicide?
What if you haunt your open mics?
I totally would if I could come back from hell and go. They're like, you know what? We're gonna send you back. All right, here's the creepy photo.
So which one is she? The older one, or is she one of the kids?
It's child.
Belle Gunness killed suitors for insurance payout. So she got like 3 baby daddies, or like what's going on with this bitch?
So she killed guys that were supposedly gonna marry her, and she killed them for insurance. And this was back in the this is the 1800s.
At the age of 22. That bitch does not look 22. She looks like she's 70. No, I'm kidding. She looks like she's like maybe 60.
This is early 1900s, late 1800s. Did they even have insurance back then? Was that a thing?
Apparently so.
Okay.
Was this like the first insurance fraud?
Possibly, because
look up Belle Gunness for those who have capability of searching for anybody. You want to look at the creepy ass picture.
But you know what? You go, girl. That's pretty good. I like this one.
Did she get away? Look at that. She faked her own death, leaving many to suspect she murdered her children and faked her own death to start her new life over again with a new identity. You think she killed her kids? Mm-hmm. Too? Mm-hmm. Leaving behind the bodies of 3 children and a headless woman. What?
So she framed her death by putting a headless woman with her children. Yeah. So,
she killed her fucking kids.
Yeah. La Llorona.
Is there a movie about this? I feel like there's a movie about this.
No, I haven't heard it. I mean, this is like early 1900s. Like, everybody was doing this, so it's like...
Everybody was doing this?
In the early 1900s, everybody was killing everybody. It was fucking different times.
I don't think so. I don't think everyone was killing everybody. But, it kind of reminds me of the movie The Others. Or The Others with Nicole Kidman. She killed her kids. Yeah, I want to say she ended up killing her kids.
You spoiled the movie.
Oh, yeah. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck.
That was a big plot twist.
Come for me. Come for me, you guys. Come for me if you guys are planning to watch. Yeah. Please say come. All
right, next one.
Wait, she's looking up. I wanted to see what they said about this bitch. Disappearances.
She disappeared.
Bill.
Maybe she's still alive.
That's what I'm saying.
She's like 200 years old. Still alive.
Her spawns are probably out here murdering people.
She killed her kids. What spawns?
You don't think she respawned?
Like she had other kids later in life?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Well, here is a plot twist. I am one of her kids.
Oh my god. Plot thickens. Oh no.
Don't say thickens. Alrighty.
Okay, she was pronounced dead, even though the doctor who performed the postmortem testified that the headless body was 5 inches short. Oh, so she wasn't dead, but they pronounced her dead anyways.
Hey, you know what? Good for her. Fuck it. She got away with it.
She's just Casey Anthony. This was because she was the original Casey Anthony right here.
Yeah, this is the early 1900s Casey Anthony.
She's the original.
No, but she did more than Casey Anthony. No, she killed her kids. She killed guys that would have married her for insurance fraud.
No wonder she's like one of the top 10 serial killers.
I never heard of her before. Have you?
No, I haven't. But I'm like, hey, damn, this bitch got away. You know.
Pay respects to what's her face. God damn, what's with these ads? Oh, wait, hold on.
It's ranker.com, dude.
What's Ranker?
You got me on ranker.com.
You don't have the pop-up blocker?
Does it look like I have a pop-up?
You have to update it. That's why you have to update. Yeah.
What's your swim laptop, personality?
Your browser.
Ooh, I like the girl in the middle.
Maybe that'll do it.
No, I'm with you.
All right.
An ad
next
popped
one.
up just in case. Not a woman in here.
Next serial killer from Indiana is Larry Eiler. Killed young men and then left them on the side of the road. Why target young men? So at least 21 victims, largely based on information from defense attorneys. Sorry, but he was only convicted of one murder, the killing of a 15-year-old Daniel Bridges. So pedo maybe. Possibly. And then, but he passed away. Oh, so he got incarcerated. And then he passed away in jail. Okay.
Of AIDS? Jesus.
Yeah, of that.
Okay.
Which is crazy because he was just like giving these people AIDS too. And then,
What a crazy prison sentence that is. It's like for your murders, you are now sentenced to go to prison and die of AIDS.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like he
wild.
The police conclude.
He dismembered his victims and he would masturbate and take photos. Ooh. This guy's sick.
Wow.
How long
It is deserved.
It's amazing.
That's intense.
How amazing these
Not deserve it. It
Holy
is just a crazy
shit.
sequence of events.
Yeah, like
These Indiana killers are a whole different
Dude.
well, and I
thing.
think these people right here, I feel like these are the ones that they actually caught. Because I feel like these serial killers, they've always killed more people than they actually know or documented. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
No doubt,
think
yeah.
about it. Like, this is the ones they got caught. Like, there's probably more. In 3 years, or no, less than that, 2 years, 1982 to 1984. I was born in 83.
And it says he targeted
Smack dab in the
runaways and hitchhikers.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's just,
yeah, they'll do.
It was the 80s. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty common.
That's the thing to do.
Next one.
That was
All
the thing to
right.
do.
Darren Dion Van left his victims' bodies in abandoned houses.
Solid move.
So, not a bad move. If you're trying to get away with it, not a bad move.
Like,
move.
really, it's just they're just gonna be like, oh, another dresser.
Oh, this is
down
recent.
there.
This is
yeah,
2014.
2014.
So he killed a 19-year-old sex worker. And oh, you know what happened here? This is a thing from The Wire.
What do you mean?
The show The Wire.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
2014 though. This happened.
This is before The Wire, right?
No, The Wire
After.
was like 2000. Yeah, it was way after.
Maybe he was
Yeah, so
inspired by
maybe
The
it was
Wire.
baited, yeah.
Because in The
It's-
Wire, there's a gang that killed people and they put them in abandoned houses.
It's a great move.
Because they're saying
So
like
they're
Totally
based it
forgot
off this
about that.
guy?
You're right.
yeah. So
It's based on, is that Wire based in Indiana?
no, it's in Baltimore.
No, this guy did it after, so he watched The Wire and was like, "Oh, that's a good call."
Oh no! A friend became concerned that she hadn't heard from the teenager.
Because here's why. Because if they do find it, they're just gonna blame it on junkies.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. So how do you get caught then?
Because the phone records tracked down that he hired an escort, and that was that girl, the 19-year-old.
That's also from The Wire. That's how they tracked down the gangsters, was from the cell phone records.
still a
Is
number
this
of
guy The Wire?
murdering the 19-year-old. But how's he considered a
He
serial
kind
killer?
of looks like one of the
wait.
detectives with The Wire. Now that I think
Van
about it.
admitted to killing a number of other young women, and he led the investigation of the remains of 6 other victims who he murdered and dumped in an abandoned house.
Don't you love it? We just mumble on a podcast
That's crazy.
while you're reading.
What? Am I mumbling?
Just read it out loud. You don't got.
I didn't even realize I was mumbling. I am reading out loud.
All right. So he killed young women. Okay.
Fucking bully.
I'm bullying you. All right.
What was I doing? I was just like, I didn't even realize I was mumbling. You're like, just read it. I'm like, oh,
All right.
today.
Next one is David Edward. Oh man, look at the Moss.
He looks like that actor.
Which actor?
That one actor, the guy with the blonde hair. I can't think of his name.
Oh, so at 9 years old, he was sent to a mental institution. All right, so this guy was already off.
David Edward Most was a killer with a troubled past. Okay, here I am again.
But he still joined the army, although he was instituted when he was younger. And what year was this? What's the year? What decade? In the 80s. This is also in the 80s. And it looks like he killed young boys, teenagers. And 03 he was charged with the murder of 3 young men. So he's still okay. He was pretty active in the 2000s.
Oh,
Murderpedia.
Oh yeah.
This is another pop up.
AKA Crazy Dave.
It's me,
Crazy Dave was his AKA in prison.
Dave. Wow. Okay, homosexual rapist.
Damn, dude, 3 decades worth of work.
He was prolific.
Did he lead him to the body? Oh my god.
Yeah, and all his victims were young boys in their teenage years.
Sentenced to 35 years in prison.
He was released
in
1999.
How?
Hold on, you guys missed the part here where it says, however, he was paroled in 99 after just 17 years, despite writing letters asking authorities not to let him out of jail.
Himself.
Yeah.
And then they let him out.
Yep.
And then he did it again.
Yep.
Wow. Is Indiana?
How fucked up is the system, dude? How fucked
is
up
Indiana
that?
a red state or a blue state?
It's pretty. I think it's pretty. It's mostly red, but
It might be a purple state. Can you look it up
it's
real
kind of
fast?
yeah.
Because in the conservative states, kind of hard to let someone out at all. So I'm pretty surprised they let him out, even though he asked not to be let out.
Yeah, why?
Well, it probably depends
then
on
he
county.
And then he killed himself.
It's a Republican state. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. They let this guy out.
And he killed himself.
Yeah.
He killed himself in jail after he committed more crimes.
So basically, he got out in 1999. Then he committed more crimes. He
Yes.
got caught, and he got sent back to prison. And then where he killed himself. So is that Indiana there? Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, so it's right next to Chicago.
That's the Midwest. I thought the Midwest was like in the middle, right there. But
It's
the Middle
not-
East. It seems like.
Actually, and if you're in Indianapolis, you're a lot closer to like Cincinnati, like right here.
Yeah. So it's not really the Midwest. It's more like
Well, I mean, it is. It's like right here.
north. That region has a name for it. I know it does.
The Northern Territory?
No, it's like the Lake State or something like that.
A little bit.
The Greater Lake States. All right. Anyway. All right. Next serial killer. So this is number 6 and number 5. This guy's all fucked up. He has a big scar on his head. William Clyde Gibson was secretly killing for a decade before he was caught. And this is in 2012. Wow. He killed a 75-year-old woman. Oh my God. Oh, this guy was into cougars, I guess.
Not really, because he goes to a 35-year-old and kills that one and buries in her backyard.
Is 35-year-old still a cougar?
No, because this guy is older. Like, he's 54. That's not... Or no, how old is this guy? No. Whatever his age is. I don't know. He doesn't look like he's 35.
Yeah.
And he confessed.
He was convicted of killing all 3 women, and he was given 2 death sentences and 65 years in prison.
Hell yeah. All right.
Why did
How
that?
does
I
that
just don't
work?
understand why
Do
they
they
let
kill
that
him
guy
once,
go.
let him do 65 years, then kill him again afterwards? Do they stack them at the beginning or the end?
2 death sentences.
All right.
I don't know. Maybe he wants to make a partner of it. Like maybe he's like, I got it. I guess like you win 2 tickets to Hawaii. You're like, hey, if anyone wants to go with me,
This
Buy
guy-
one, go.
yeah, 2 death sentences.
He looks like a comic, doesn't he?
No, he does
Not
not.
just a regular old convict.
All right. I'm going to write down this comic's name to PX. PX knows who this guy is.
Okay, if you say it, then
No, I'm not going to say it.
no. If I see it, I'm gonna know who you're talking about. I think I might know who you're talking about already when you
All
said
right.
it.
Here we go. At the very bottom.
Oh, that's so funny.
Does he look like him? Because it might be
Sort
him.
of.
Yeah. All right. Next one. All right.
funny.
Audrey Coleman went on a Midwestern killing spree with his girlfriend, Deborah Brown,
News that were Bonnie and Clyde, huh?
in the 80s. Wow. A lot of these killings happened in the 80s.
I know. What were they on? Like,
Well,
what were they-
cocaine came out in the 80s. That could be a connection.
I mean,
Also, they just didn't have phones, you know. There was you had to go out in the world
Oh,
to
so
find
that's
stuff
what
to
happens?
do. You had to
Is
go out
that
in the
what
world to find
happens,
stuff
Sam?
to do. What else are you gonna do out in the world?
that's fucking crazy. Some people have kids, you know, like they have kids because there's nothing else to fucking do. These people are going around fucking killing people. Talk about population control, though.
Yeah.
Leaving the bodies of 8 victims in their wake. What does that mean when they say leaving the bodies of 8 victims in their wake? What does that mean?
As they went, like in their wake, in their wake's a reference to like the wake of boat leaves, like behind it. So like in their trail, I guess. In
But
their
I mean,
path.
don't we already know they're dead because
No, because they traveled around
until they died, until they
got caught.
Yeah.
Oh, until they got caught.
So him, but how come? So here's it's a couple doing this. Why are they only showing him? Why can't see his girlfriend? Like, see, that's what I don't get. They always have the guy be the picture.
I know, but they're baby killers. They're going around killing kids.
Do you think you can live that Bonnie and Clyde life,
Going around killing kids.
or just go around committing crimes?
What?
Just committing crimes with your man?
No. Why?
Oh shit! Oh, the next one.
would I do
Orville
that?
Lynn Majors was an angel of death who killed his patient. Oh, that's a guy.
I remember hearing about this
Yeah.
one. Who killed his patients. Wait, aren't they asking to be killed? Or no, was this
When
inside his
patients
house?
at Clinton, Indiana hospital started dying at an alarming rate.
Well, they killed his own
Oh,
parents.
he hated old people.
Yep. Authorities launched an investigation.
He killed more than 100 people during his time at the hospital. He was sentenced to 360 years in prison. Is this full of doctor? I'm confused. What is this guy? Who is he? I don't even
I assume
understand.
so. They say his patients.
It's a nurse in an intensive care unit. So wow.
So it's probably just some like psycho dude who's like, I'm helping them get to the good side or whatever.
But a witness testified that he hated people.
It's just completely detached.
It was not consensual assisted suicide.
Yeah, more or less.
It was
That's basically it.
all right. So note to yourself: don't go to hospitals in Indiana. All right.
Yeah, I mean, apparently there's not enough Filipinos. They have this dude walking around. You see any?
You know, you're right. I never heard of
Crazy
Filipino
white dude.
nurses killing anybody. Now I think about it, you're right about that.
I think they kind of kill themselves sometimes.
What do you mean?
Because some nurses have actually killed themselves, and doctors too. You didn't remember hearing about that one that happened at Kaiser, where the guy was like worked in the ER, and he went to work, just worked, fucking grabbed a gun, shot himself in the fucking ER. Yeah, this was in Santa Clara, I think. Santa Clara.
Was it to prove how bad the ER stuff?
I feel like that's what it was. I feel like that's definitely.
Say, is
the
the response time any better that time?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
I mean,
did it so charge him?
What was the copay?
What was the copay?
You guys are terrible. You guys are terrible.
How long did it sit in the waiting room?
Wait, was this local? Did this happen here?
Yeah, this is in Santa Clara. And you know what's crazy is like,
my bad.
No, and you know what's crazy is I worked with this guy. I met this guy.
Oh, you actually knew the person?
No, listen.
Okay, sorry.
Not the person who died, but
Okay.
I met this guy. I used to do, hormones, whatever. And I met this guy at an open house. He was a real estate agent. We were connected, right? Because of real estate. And then he told me while we're doing an open house that he worked at Kaiser. And so the moment I heard that fucking thing on the news, I hit him up like maybe a week or two later. I'm like, hey dude, I just remember that.
Our home loan advisor is supposed to do that.
It's a real estate agent. Yeah.
They just hit up their customers asking
He's
about.
not a client. He's a real estate agent. So we could be potentially partners. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
He brings me business. I bring him business.
Gotcha. You're like, hey,
we build
have you heard of
relationships.
this?
Well, he told me he worked at Kaiser and he was a nurse. That was his regular full-time job. So I was like, oh shit. Okay. When I saw the Kaiser thing, because I knew it was in the Bay Area that he worked, I hit him up, and he happened to be one of the people trying to fucking save this guy who just fucking blew his head off at the fucking
Yeah.
So he was giving CPR or like. Yeah, they were giving CPR.
Why?
Because it was like urgent. They couldn't turn machines. I don't fucking know, man. I don't know. Okay, you want me to invite him on? We should have him call in.
I don't know.
Maybe we should have him call in.
We should call in. It's like, this guy shot us over the head. Why are you giving
Maybe he had a pulse. I don't fucking know.
Oh, you know why? Maybe why? Hold on.
Maybe he had a faint
Smitty's
pulse.
dying here. Hold on. You're right. Actually, you're right. I take that back because maybe they're brain dead, but they can still use their organs for donations. Gotcha. So you got to keep the body alive. That makes more sense.
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe. Yeah, and you can't use a defibrillator. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, fuck.
Yeah, don't use the defibrillator.
Can you do that though?
For a headshot. That's just overkill.
Bang.
All right. So, how many
on.
more serial killers are left?
I don't know, but
It's rankers, so there's going to be a bunch of them, but we can cut it off whenever you want.
Yeah, because this is 10.
Okay, so let's do one more then. This one.
All right.
And then we'll decide which one PXs would date. Which one of these guys? All right.
The woman.
This one looks great. He looks like a handsome guy. Leslie Irvin killed 6 during a crime spree. Oh, come on, 6.
It's a crime
Those are
spree,
rookie numbers. Come on. Compared to the other ones we saw. Only 6 people. And they were committed several robberies and burglaries. And this was in the 50s.
This was back when like you did a crime to get something, not just to do it.
Right. He was given the nickname Mad Dog by the media. Oh, was he like a gangster?
Yeah, we have to look out for Mad Dogs, see?
See? Let me rob you, see? I'll put a slug into you.
Breaking news, they have caught the Mad Dog. The Mad Dog has been
You
caught.
have that fucking radio voice. Yeah.
He has been
50s.
apprehended by authorities this afternoon.
He kind of looks like one of those 50s gangsters.
I mean, yeah.
It was from the 50s, man.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay. He was
I don't know.
convicted, sentenced
Compare
to
everything
life.
else we saw, this guy was like, meh.
November 1983, 59-year-old convicted murderer died of lung cancer at the Indiana State Prison.
That's a bummer.
So you know what, Smitty? I think what we learned here is that we're lucky to have you back.
I'm glad I made it back. I didn't realize how much danger I was in.
Yeah, man. You could have gotten hurt, sent to the hospital, get killed by that guy, or...
Can we know what the next segment is? And can we see how many serial killers are in California and see
Oh,
what
jeez.
Active, probably too many.
Yeah. Look up. Okay, last one.
They have ones where they've never been found.
Look up Bay Area serial killers. Oh wait, we have the guy in the 70s.
Yeah, the one that's never been found.
Yeah, Zodiac Killer.
The Zodiac Killer,
He's Bay
exactly.
Area, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happened in San Francisco. What is this ranker? Because it gives us like the top 10 thing. Is that why it's called?
Yeah. Oh, you're searching it on the website, right?
I was going to.
Okay.
Yeah, no, do it. Because I mean, it's a good way to end the segment. I want everybody to be safe out there.
The best rappers. Bay Area. Nope, that's not. Yeah, I don't know. Besides the Zodiac Killer, I think there's no other Bay Area killers, really. Unless you count gang violence or...
Where's Jeffrey Dahmer? Where was he at? I thought he was in California.
No, he's Washington.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, most of them are Washington. I mean, the part of the California one's part of the Golden State Killer, but that's like South California.
Well, okay. Well, be safe out there, Indiana.
We should do comedy in Indiana. How's you said the comedy scene's pretty good out there?
What the fuck?
I messed with it. Yeah, I just saw the open mic scene really quick, but everyone I saw
Everyone's
there was
cool?
really cool.
You know what? We can be doing a tour and we can actually hit up these clubs and then be like, hey, we're your worst neighbors. We're from California. We're a far neighbor. We're doing a tour and we go fucking do shows.
We should probably not say we're from California.
Yeah.
They don't like us very much.
Why? You said we should not?
But then again, you're Asian, I'm Latino. They're probably too obvious.
Yeah, and we're going half with him.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think...
Schmitty should be our agent over there.
Wait, is there Asians and Mexicans over there or what?
I mean, my Uber driver spoke just as much English as they normally do here. So
where was your Uber driver from?
Same. I think he was saying somewhere, I think Central America. I think.
Okay, Latino. Okay, they got Latinos out there.
Yeah, they got some. It wasn't as high a concentration.
Yeah. All right, buddy. I think that concludes this episode. What's our time?
We are at 1:16.
1:16.
That was fun.
Any closing words?
Be safe out there when you go out to Indiana. Thank God we haven't had any recent serial killers here in California.
Yeah.
There might be one from here and your worst neighbors. You're here first.
All right, folks. Thank you for tuning in to your Worst Neighbors podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you next weekend.